Hey, good morning. I'm Brandon Soltzmeyer, Operations Section Chief for Northwest Team 6. Today we're going to go over a briefing update of the Lookout Fire. Wildland's going to go first, and then our counterpart with SFM is going to talk about the structure protection and what they are providing. So big overview of the fire. Everything held through the night. They made really good progress yesterday on the fire, especially in our divisions Zulu and Alpha divisions. From the Alpha break down to Zulu, they were working on strategic firing and brought the fire down the 2633 road along with some dozer lines. So our western side is starting to get buttoned up. They're hoping to be able to finish that burn today before the winds start, and that will have direct line around the majority of that western and southwestern toward the fire. Moving around the map, the Division Tango has not moved very much. They did move lines and they're scouting for a new spot. Moving on up to November, this will be November Foxtrot for right now, kind of combining the two divisions. They are scouting and looking for avenues they can get in there and the best place to get in to get line on this fire. Moving on over to Bravo, we're working with Alpha on some direct line and tying some lines in, and also working on some contingency line in preparation for today's red flag warnings. And Division Alpha is prepping line and getting ready for tactical burnout between Division Bravo and Alpha. And I'm going to pass it off.
Good morning, everybody. Mark Corliss with Structure Group. I'm with the State Fire Marshal's Office Blue Team. So we've been tied in really well with our wildland counterparts here, and we're kind of focused primarily on all the structures, which is what you see, all the big red rigs, and there's some different colored fire engines driving around. But we've been working a lot with our wildland partners. They have a couple of groups that they have as specified as structure groups as well. So those are east and west, and we color code ours, and so that's something, if you're listening to the radio traffic, you might hear some of that. The split is Taylor Road, which is up in McKenzie Bridge there. And so everything to the west is structure west, or our structure blue is what we call it. For the most part, most of those in the level 3 have been completely prepped and ready to go. And we have one task force still kind of bumping through there, double checking all the work and making sure they have everything in place, ready to go. The HJ Andrews place is all plumbed and ready to go, and we have people tied in there so they know what to do should that fire come outside of that box that he was just talking about here on that line. We can get that set up and ready to go to protect those structures that are up in there. We continue to move east, kind of like with the fire. As the fire moves east, we're kind of moving east as well. And so up in the North Bank area, those are all almost completely fully prepped. Probably another operational period today and then maybe a little bit tomorrow, and they will get those all fully prepped, and then they'll go back and just kind of check and make sure that everything's looking good in case that fire does come outside of those containment lines. They are pushing a little bit up. Structure east with the wildland group that we've been working really close with is going to kind of go up, and there's an E-Web facility that kind of provides power to the community of Eugene. There's some structures up there that they're going to kind of prep and look at and see if there's anything that we need to do up there. There's a couple cell towers out. 2647 Road is one of those places that there's a cell tower we're going to look at today and see if there's anything that we need to do up there. And then they're starting to work down the 242 Road as well. Belknap Springs is getting looked at today, and we'll probably get buttoned up either this operational period or next. And then there's a few houses down on Scotts Creek that we're looking at that sound like they're in pretty good shape, but we're going to give it one more look today. Thank you.